Hey guys, this is a comparison video between three steel drum instruments. The first being an Idiopan domino, and this one's in G. However, the benefit of this type of tongue drum is that they're tunable. So if you need to play with another musician who's in a different key, or you simply just want to have variety in your scales that you're playing, this allows you to tune with magnets on the inside. And the further you move the magnet down towards the front of the tongue, the deeper the note, and the further back, the higher the note. And this one's currently tuned to G, but it can go all the way down to an E without much of a problem. And the magnets themselves can be purchased on the maker's website, but it's cheaper just to go into a store and get neodymium rare earth magnets and put them on yourself. And let me give you an idea of what this one sounds like. This one's a lot more clear than a lot of the Hank and Tank drums. It has a muting piece around the side. It's a piece of rubber or silicone. And this allows for the instrument to not have as many of the twangy metallic sounds that some of the more homemade versions have. And this is what this one sounds like. It's the Idiopan domino in G. And the second instrument is similar to this tone drum. It's called a Rav-Vast 2, and this is made by Andre, a guy in Perm, Russia. And as opposed to the single note that these tongues produce, one of these tongues, because of the cuts, must be laser cut into the tongues. It creates multiple tones per field, almost like how a handpan really has three notes in one tone field. This has the main note plus 4 to 6 partials per tongue. And it's all dependent upon the cuts in this instrument. And it provides a really rich, warm tone. And these are much, much easier to record than something like the Idiopan domino, because it's not a solitary tone and doesn't have the tendency to overdrive the microphone in the same way that the Idiopan does. And this is a Vast 2, so it's a thicker steel than the normal Rav-Vast, which is better suited for outdoor playing. And I busk with this in Northampton, and it's pretty audible at a distance. So, and this is what this one sounds like. You can hear the difference between the Idiopan and this. This is a much richer, full sound. And the neat thing about this too, you can isolate the harmonics in it. So you can play a note, you can play the octave or the fifth as well, per tongue. And there's a lot of sympathetic resonance. The Idiopan doesn't have the sort of sympathetic tones that this does. And this is a B Celtic minor scale as well. I'll give you an idea of what this sounds like. 2 in B Celtic minor scale. And the Idiopan runs about $250 to $300 without a pickup. With a pickup it's a little bit more. The Ravvast is around $600, a little bit more. And these do not have pickups. However, a piezo contact pickup fits perfectly on the back of this and provides enough amplification for you to play live. And they're also relatively easy to mic. And the last instrument is an instrument based off of the steel drums from Trinidad and Tobago. I actually grew up for a little bit in Antigua, and the steel drum was a very popular instrument there. And this makes use of a hole, kind of like an udu, which is a drum played in India and a lot of Middle Eastern music. So people use this as a means of creating rhythm. However, the tone fields on this, unlike the tongue drum, are solid. There's no cutouts in them, and it's based off of pressure in the steel. And it's typically played with the side of the thumb or with the slap from this finger. And this also has a lot of sympathetic resonance in the same way that the Ravvast does, but there's a tonal quality that's completely different on this versus the Ravvast. Handpans suffer from a lot of tuning issues, even the higher quality ones, like Pantheon Steel's instruments. When played in direct sunlight for a period of time, they can come out of tune temporarily. So they're not really great for busking in hot weather or in the sun. Something like the Ravvast or the Idiopan will not come out of tune in the sun. Expansion of the steel has no effect on the instrument. So these are a little bit more delicate. They need retuning every 1 to 2 years depending on how much you play. And the retuning runs between $100 and $300 depending on who you do it through. And these instruments are typically double the price of what the Rav is, so between $1,200 and $2,000 and more for an original pan art Hong drum. And I'll give you an idea of what this one sounds like. This is in a G Hijaz scale. This is the mode 2 Hijaz. Similar to a Ravvast, handpans have a tone field that has the main note, so this is G. It also has the octave, which is this note here, as well as the fifth, so this is a D in this case. And each of them have their own advantages. I honestly prefer, for the price and for the durability, the Ravvast. This one wins by far for me. The sustain level is a lot better than a handpan, a lot better than the Idiopan, and for a couple $100 more than an Idiopan you could have this instrument. Hope this was useful for those looking at tongue drums and at handpans. I highly recommend Idiopan, highly recommend Ravvast, and DB handpans are a good place to start for people looking for a handpan. Probably not a professional level instrument, but fun enough to play on. So, hope you enjoy, stay well, and I'll talk to you soon.